Welcome to Speedy Walkthroughs, where we show just the important stuff to beating the game. For those watching for the first time, this will look different to a normal walkthrough. It's designed to show just the essentials so that you don't need to spend a long time watching the video. I won't talk about fighting specific enemies unless they're very difficult, but I will show you where to go and what to do. Today we're playing The Legend of Galahad, which is an excellent adventure game for the Sega Megadrive / Genesis, although it was originally released on the Amiga. It's also well known for being the first game by Traveller's Tales. So we're going to show you how to get through this game, but very quickly, just the controls are you can move left and right with the left and right button of course, and then you can jump and then slash with your sword. Depends how you set it up, but it's usually B and A to do that, which means you can break open chests like that. Also, I don't have a sword upgrade right now, but if you slash and hold the slash button, you can charge up this little meter down the bottom of the screen, and then that can let off a special attack. It's got RPG elements. We'll buy swords and upgrades and stuff with our coins, but more often than not, you're just getting through the levels. So to get through each level, you have to get a key to open the door, and then you find the door. So there's sort of those two elements. Alright, so as we start up the game, you'll see this screen, and you want to jump straight into the options menu. Now, you make sure that the game is not set on training mode, because if it is, you won't be able to beat the game. So with normal mode, you can get through the whole thing, and with hard mode you can as well. That's what we'll be playing on for this walkthrough. But with training mode, it only lets you do the first 7 levels out of 21, and then it kicks you back out and says try a harder difficulty. You'll also want to set the lives and credits up as high as you can if you're having trouble with the game, because there's no reason not to have more lives. Okay. So we're going to make a start. You'll notice that we have 1 health, so that's very scary. Health is just in the top left there. We will pick up better armor and more health as we go through, but you got to be really careful not to be hit. That's because we're on hard mode. If we were on normal mode, you'd get 3 health. So I will zip through this pretty quickly. You want to climb up this section here and enter the cave, and in the cave is our first key. So when you got the key, you can see under the coins there, it's like flashing with the little symbol. That means we got the key and we're looking for the door. So we'll go and find the door. That's just off to the right here. There's a health in there if you need it. So now you can see I've got 2 health. Much better. And I'm picking up coins as I go, as much as I can. So that's level 1 completed. The game works, each 7 levels is like a different world. So we're in the first world at the moment. Climb up on these little horse carriages, climb up here. Just be careful of the boulders. You can slash these boulders if you need to, and you can break them. It just takes a few hits to do so. You see I got 500 coins there, and I'm jumping down here to grab the key. Now we'll head to the left because the door is in this little cave up here. There is a shop in this level, but I wouldn't recommend using it yet because there'll be a shop in level 4, which is a bit nicer. Anyway, we'll zip through the cave, just head around and keep weaving up. Careful of these goblins, they can shoot you. And then down. And we'll see the door just up here. If the door doesn't work, that means you just didn't get the key. Okay, so we're going to keep going through this level, head to the right, get as many coins as you can. And then down here is this dragon thing. It's pretty scary. Just wait till its head comes out and then like sword its head and then run. So if you keep sorting its head and get too close, it's going to like jut its neck out towards you and hit you like that. So you want to be really careful. When the dragon dies, you'll get an extra life, which is really cool. Alright, there we go, we got the extra life. And I'd recommend collecting the extra lives here because you don't want to get a game over halfway through. With these little things, it's much easier to kill them if they're moving away from you. But if they're moving towards you, just duck and hit their head. Another extra life from that thing. And there's our key. So we're going to head out of the cave here and back to the left. Alright, and the door's just down here. There we go. So level 4. Going to climb up here. Be careful of the blimps up here. Or the hot air balloon things. Then we're going to head into this cave. Okay, so key just lives down here, and then we're going to climb all the way back out. It's a pretty short cave, actually. And then we're through here. So head left to the door. And there is a shop here that we're going to go into. So this is our first time seeing a shop. If you scroll up and down, you'll see the weapons. That armor there is really good. It does 5 hit points. So if you're having trouble, get that black armor. We're going to go straight past the armors to the Tempest Blade. There we go. So the reason I didn't get armors is just because I didn't have enough coins. You can see I got 10 left. And now we got the Tempest Blade. I really recommend getting the Tempest Blade. Because when you charge up, like you can see down the bottom there, that bar is charging up. It's almost full now. And you let go, you'll do this little tornado spin thing. First of all, the tornado spin makes you move faster, so that's always nice. But secondly, your tornado spin will make you completely invincible to enemies. So for any enemy you're finding difficult, you can just spin into it, slash your sword a bunch of times, and you'll kill it and not worry about taking any damage. So basically any boss from now, we can also just spin into and just completely destroy. But I recommend basically having your finger holding down that sword button the whole game, charge up your spin, and then just let it go occasionally. But as soon as you let it go, hit that sword button again to charge it up. There is also a glitch that you can do with spin. It won't be used in this video, but if you duck and spin, then you can move, and you can actually just move through any wall in the game that you want. So if there's a wall you want to get past, then you can glitch through it with this spin as well. Okay, so we're going to go through this level, climb back up. We got our little key, so we'll climb back up to the door. There we go. Now we're in the next level. Oh, now here's something. There's these sacks that fall down. You can see it just up the top of the screen there. You can just spin across the gap and jump, but if not, you wait for that sack that fell down and jump across them. This next gap has 2 of those sacks. But again, you can just make the jump with a spin. Yet another reason why the spin is so good. Alright, down into this little dungeon to get the key. I'm going to be climbing up on these platforms. So just wait for them and you can come up. The key is in the dragon dude, but you can see I've just like spun through it and completely destroyed it without taking any damage. So that's really good. You might be wondering with the armor, like what was the point of buying any armor if like when you die, you could lose it. So like you could collect health. So if you collect health, then the health only stays for that life, and you don't get that health back as your maximum health when you die. But if you buy the armor, you do. So I really do recommend in this game buying the armor, specifically that 5 hit point one. Alright, this is the last level of this world, and there's this like eye boss thing here. So it has 3 parts, so at the top, the bottom, and the eye. So once you're down to the eye, just wait till the eye's open and then hit it. There are other swords in this game as well, but I really don't recommend using them. I'll show you the password there just in case you want to warp. ZXSP. So we're in the different world now, and different theming, different music, different graphics. It's pretty exciting. But anyway, we're going to climb up here. And we'll head through that dragon boss. And now we're heading down here. Alright, and down to the door, and then we're all finished. Alright, we're going to head left here and then go up. Down, and then we'll get the key. There's this room in here with the rising and falling water. Make sure you don't get caught when the water's up. Again, another good use of the spin is you can get across the water a bit quicker. Alright, now head to the right. And then we'll go back up. The door's pretty far to the right in this level, so basically it's going to go up and right here. There we go. Alright, next one. Door just lives at the top of here. There's this little statue thing on the top. You have to put that statue to the right. You just sort it, or to the left. You sort it and the door gets revealed. Then we'll head down. Now put this block out first, because you're going to need it to get back down to the bottom. You'll see why we put that block out in a sec. Alright, so here is the key. And then we fall down onto this block that we put out before. So if you don't do that, you'll fall down onto the spikes. Alright, back up to the door, which is where we started the level, and then we're done. Alright, heading down here into this cave. Should be the key in that little snake thing there. Or big snake thing. Then we'll head back out. Go to your right. And then we climb these. The timing on these platform cycles is really hard. Just keep jumping when it's at the very top and you'll usually get it. But I got pretty unlucky here with the timing. Alright, another waterfall level. So we're heading to the right here. Yeah, so you can sort of like jump up onto that bit there. And then we'll go down the bottom here into this cave. Now that wall is just literally a fake wall. So yeah, you just go through that and get the key. Otherwise you have to go through the whole dungeon. Back up on these disappearing platforms. And then we're done. Alright, level 6, another waterfall level. Into this cave here, another invisible wall down the bottom there. And then back out. Now we got the key, we just have to go to the end of the level. So again, spinning through all these dragons is really good. There was those 3 dragons there and they're just a cakewalk with that spin. Now these waterfalls, I think there was back here. Yeah, see this bit here? I need the spin to get across this gap. And if you didn't have that spin, what you need to do is jump up underneath this little rock from below and then push the rock out to the right. That one that looks a bit different is an object, you can move it. So yeah, you want to do that. Oh, and yeah, don't touch the wall in this level, otherwise this will happen. It's kind of a weird effect. But there it is. Alright, that's a coin volcano, so you can sit there and get 9999 coins if you want. Takes a little while, but it's pretty cool. Now we've got the otter, which is like the boss of this world. Just spin through it and hit it. You get the key from the otter and then the door's literally just right there. Pretty short level. Alright, moving on. We got World 3. I will just show that password, LVFT, if you want to warp straight to World 3. Just be aware, if you use the warp passwords, you won't have any equipment or materials, so just be careful of that. There's also another code in this game, which is like a debug code. You can use it to skip through any levels and be like invincible and stuff. It's pretty cool. Alright, in here we got another water rising and falling section. Alright, back out. And then we'll climb this tower. There we go. Alright, through here. You can just spin through these balls or avoid them, whatever you want to do. The door's there. I don't know why, but these statues always bothered me. There's one pixel on the very left of the sprite that just is there. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Kind of like where his hand is at the moment. Alright, same vibe as before. You want to put these platforms down so you can get back, but with the spin you can just spin across the gap anyway. And then back. If you don't have the spin, you got to go down and around this dungeon. Now we got the key, we're just going to head back. So climbing back up to that door we saw before. Alright. So these have these mechanisms that you ride across. So you want to jump down from the top there, and then you want to hit the right arrow to get it moving to the right. There's a little Easter egg up here with lemmings. It's kind of cool. So yeah, we're in lemmings now. Basically, you can let the lemmings get through to the end, and then once they're through to the end you can exit the room. There's not really a whole lot of point to doing this, but it's a nice little Easter egg. So there we go. And then like that becomes a door when the lemmings are all out through it. Alright, and here's the door here. Next one we have is with these big wheels. Be aware, like, sometimes there's two platforms coming around on them, so if you can't make a particular cycle, then like try jumping onto the other platform of the wheel and you'll usually make it. But yeah, spin helps a lot here. Yeah, so you can see I did that here, like I was on this platform, but then I didn't make the cycle, so I jumped onto the next one and then made it up. Through this door. There's our key there, and then that's a false wall, so you can just go straight through it. And through the door here. Alright. Now through here, we're going to go down across these platforms, and then back up. And across these, be careful not to fall in. Then back up into this section. So there'll be a big door here, we want to go through there. Okay, so there's the door for the end of the level. And then just over here, this thing might look a bit familiar. It's the boss from World 1. So the last 3 levels on this game are like a little boss rush thing. You beat the bosses from the first 2 worlds and then you'll beat the final boss for this world. So yeah, this is World 1 and we'll see the otter in the next level as well. Alright, and then we'll just head back out. So World 6 with the otter. Pretty much just drop down here and go right. And there's the otter. Again, another very short level. And through the door. Now we're into the final bit. So with this boss, you can only hit him when he's particular colors. I forget what the exact colors are, but you'll see where I hit him. I think blue is good. And that one is very good. So when he's like that orange color. You can just keep trying to hit him, but it won't work if he's that color up there, like the yellowy color. So we wait for him to transform. Yeah, blue's good and orange is good. So just use that. Unfortunately, we don't have our spin. For whatever reason, this takes away your weapons. So just be aware of that. There we go, and the boss is beaten. And you just stand on this orb to finish the game. Okay, so that's Galahad. It's a pretty good game once you get into it. And yeah, the version Leander on the Amiga is also pretty good. If you enjoyed this, I have lots of other walkthroughs like it on the channel, and a subscription is always appreciated. I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.